for today's Cup of Coffee with Scream Weekend Edition.
Coffee. Weekend. It's the weekend.
Because this week has been so chaotic. I mean, it was just all over. Just all over. I thought we got a video done for Monday. It was released at the normal time. I have found out if I don't release it at the usual time, nobody knows that it's there. I don't know.
Yeah. It has just been a fucked up weekend. It's not just us that has been having a fucked up time.
I thought it was just me.
No.
Because that's what I usually, if something's fucked up, I'm like, okay, it's just me. So,
there have been customers that have came through my line and we have discussed that. And they're like, yeah, this whole week has just been not good.
But Monday started out interesting. And I will say that we're recording this. What the hell month is this now? May the 8th, 2026. My God. That's when we're recording this. Disclosure Day. We're not going to mention the disclosure much because I haven't had an opportunity to truly look into it.
Nor have I.
Hopefully, oldest kid is going to record with me, and because, yeah, you think I go deep on this stuff? Oh, no.
Oh, he's deep in the rabbit hole.
An academic. If it goes long enough, what I'll do is break it up into two videos so that it's not listening, because it's like, get your dictionaries handy. Mm-hmm. Y'all big brains that may not need it, I'm sitting there going, what? So hopefully pray for that. And because I really, he should be a professor. Honest to God, he really should. I've had professors that were not as intelligent as he is. As
brother?
Yeah.
He is very intelligent. He really should be a teacher of some.
He is. And he's hoping, y'all pray for him, because he's thinking of making a video channel, a YouTube channel and stuff, to where he does explore some of these topics. And he needs to do it. I could edit for him.
Yeah, you could.
And I'm good at the editing. Usually. Sometimes not. Depends on how long I've got and how long I want to fool with it.
Yeah.
But for him, I would do that. We'll see what the Lord wants us to do on that. But because it is Disclosure Day, that's why we've got the UFOs. And because we have felt like we have been attacked by aliens this week.
Yeah.
Kid over there had a most unpleasant experience.
Oh, it sucked. I had to miss a whole day of work.
We have had, like many others here in America, great difficulty with the medical industry recently. Insurance, trying to get medications, trying to be seen by different doctors and stuff like that. It's a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And so, kid was diagnosed many years ago when he was 18, 19 years old by one of the best psychologists in this area. He has ADHD, inattentive disorder.
Yeah.
And it causes problems. And if you're wondering what this background, that's dog chewing on something here beside me.
He's got a bone. He's got one of those rawhide bones.
For people who do not understand neurospicy or how to deal with it, it can be a challenge. I get that.
Yeah.
But for him, it makes his world much more difficult.
It's very chaotic. It's very all over the place.
ADHD affects executive function in the brain.
That's like literally somebody was trying to ask me what to do and where my body's trying to readjust again. I was like, hey, don't do that to me. I'm indecisive. Don't do that to me. It's bad enough I got the Libra moon and the Pisces together.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me. So literally I was not able to make a choice in that moment.
Yeah. That's what executive function does as far as decisions, choices, different things like that. And it can just be overwhelming to where you do nothing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people view that as something that it's not. So he has been prescribed Adderall and has had really good experience with it.
Yeah.
He can, I mean, that's one of the reasons.
Meth.
It's one of the reasons that he is able to, have a job, experience success, different things like that. Mm-hmm. And so last week he had said that he was out of medication, and I'm like, okay, call the pharmacy, different things like that. A couple of days went by, and it's like, okay, this is getting crucial.
I did call the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And I even went there in person last week.
But the thing is, you should have went up to the clinic. You really should have gone up to the clinic. There was some kind of disconnect between the pharmacy and the provider.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be. And even if you call the clinic, they'll say, if you need a medication refill, please call your pharmacist. And I'm like, no. I mean, it was just... So it got to the point he had been out of medication for a week.
Yeah.
And some medications you can't just stop or shouldn't stop cold turkey.
Adderall is one of those that you cannot stop cold turkey.
Because you can have withdrawal effects.
Oh, fuck.
And he did.
Those fucking suck. Those suck.
And it was needless. It was him going through needless pain and suffering because our healthcare system is shit. But he got up Wednesday. It was Wednesday morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he's like, that he was nauseous. And I already knew what was going to happen because I kept urging him, because this was a him thing, and you have to, this type of thing, you have to urge people, prompt people to do for themselves quite frequently. Mm-hmm. And also the fact that he's a Gen Z.
I am. Yeah. I'm a Gen Z.
It's like, call the clinic, call the pharmacist, call the clinic. And you have to be diligent. Calling once usually is not going to get it.
But you tried to call them and had very little success that day.
Well, the thing was that his provider doesn't work on Mondays.
Yeah. So can't call him any Mondays. And so you made a bunch of phone calls Wednesday. Still wasn't able to get my medication that day.
Right.
And finally the next day it was sent in, and we were able to get it. Even after taking it, still that day I was not feeling
right
back, and yesterday wasn't quite a little bit better. Still not quite there yet. I'll have to take my medication and go ahead and take my medication and see how I feel today.
Because, like I said, this does alter his brain. Because his brain needs altering.
When you go through withdrawals, has it just felt like, yeah, have you ever had your brain swallowed up?
Yeah. Well, with this...
Have you ever wanted to just weep at random moments at stuff that you have no idea why you're weeping?
Yeah. And I had to tell him, it's like, baby, you're dope sick. I knew what it was. Where I had worked down to jail and stuff like that, and it's like, I knew what it was. That's why I tried to prevent it, and it hurt my heart, because to see him suffer needlessly.
All I wanted to do was lay in bed that Wednesday. That's legit all it felt like. And there you are. It's just like, I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah, because at that point, there's nothing else that can be done.
There's nothing you can do.
And that feeling of helplessness is horrible. And there are millions of Americans going through not necessarily Adderall withdrawal, but other medications.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like this. The system is broken. So it was a matter. He had an appointment with his primary that evening. I sent in a note card as far as, how do we prevent this from happening again?
It's not just the system that is broken. It's all the systems involved.
Yeah.
Humans are broke.
Yeah.
They're the ones that abuse the shit, which causes a lot of issues.
Yeah.
And people are trying to find ways to combat it.
Right.
But higher ups in medical stuff, they like to abuse their power. Mm-hmm. So they try to make more money. They try to bleed people dry.
Yeah.
They try to make it more complicated.
Big pharma. Mm-hmm.
They try to when somebody is basically hooked on something, they will fuck that person up sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's just like, I mean, here in the Appalachian Mountains, my God, the addiction, we have had an epidemic or a plague. I think it's a plague. Now, what our people did to call this, I don't know.
Where people are in such a state of depression in areas like this.
Yes.
And there is nothing really to do around this
Right.
town. People get high.
Right.
People get high, and people, like, they abuse medications.
Yes. And
I don't.
I'm sure that a lot of people have heard about the opioid epidemic in the Appalachian Mountains, and that was where you had people prescribing opioids for nothing. And that people needed to go to jail. And I
Yes.
think that I had read recently that there was some kind of legal action that was taken against whatever, and that some of these families that lost loved ones, money don't bring back the dead.
No, but because of these doctors that have abused the system, because of certain patients that have abused the system just to get their fix, it makes it hard for those of us who actually need the medication.
Yes. And now, if you truly do need a pain medication,
Because of the people that
It's
abuse the medication,
terrible.
it fucks the rest of us up. It is terrible.
and honestly, 800 milligrams ibuprofen works better than some of the stuff that they will prescribe.
I
But it doesn't work as far as ADHD.
How's the mathing on that? Because, like, legit, it works. If I have a migraine, ibuprofen works a hell of a lot better than any prescription medication they could give me.
Well, now, have you tried? It's been a while since you had a migraine, hasn't it? That's really good.
Yeah,
And maybe it's because the ADHD is being controlled.
maybe. I have not missed them. I have not missed
I'm
the
sure
migraines.
you haven't either. I'm sure you haven't. But there is that one migraine medication. It is a matter of Tylenol, aspirin, and caffeine. And it works really good for fibromyalgia, too.
Acetaminophen?
Well, that's what the Tylenol is. Acetaminophen, ibuprofen is Advil.
Okay. Well, I can see how Tylenol would help with that a
Well,
lot.
usually Tylenol by itself does very little for me.
So then what do you just...
I don't know. It's the
Alternate?
combination of, well, caffeine helps get the stuff, any kind of medication into your system quicker.
Yeah.
That's just, But it was just that, and it's like, and then his brother had issues and stuff this week, and it was just crazy. It was crazy. And I was telling Esperanza earlier that I feel like I have been kind of cloistered over the past months. It is a matter of observation. It's a matter of research and a whole lot of prayer. And it just, there are some days that it's more important that I listen than speak. So that's where I have been on that. And like I said, just watching Kid go through that, watching his brother go through what he's going through, the physical therapy, the undiagnosed. They don't know what the hell's wrong with Kid. And then after Kid got out of the clinic, because it was rainy and gray and ick and stuff like that, and I went out and I tried to, was sitting in the car and forgot that I had left the lights on.
Yeah.
And the battery ran down, and it's like, well, shit. And I will say that I was glad that my children were not. I told them, I said, somebody go in the clinic, because they were getting ready to close. See if somebody in there has jumper cables, and if they can come out here and jump the car off. And so they sat there and they looked at each other. So I went in the clinic. My Leo self went in the clinic, because there was just 2 or 3. There were no patients left in there. There's just a few of the workers. And I'm like, hey, can anybody jump a car off? Mm-hmm. And his provider, who is male, he popped around the
It's
corner.
your provider, too.
Yeah, he is. He popped around the corner. He's like, I can do that. I said, with the issuance of mechanical expertise and the penis You have to have both. They come together. It's a set.
There's a
I
lot.
said, you're qualified. And I said, I'm out front, and turned around and walked out because I will do that just
There's
to
a-
see people's reaction. I didn't even want to see the reaction. I just let them go, oh God, she actually said that.
There is a level of authority being male, I guess.
There is. And God love him. My mother had called Omega, and Omega got there. He is the rescuer of our family, and please pray for him because he's got some serious health issues.
Yeah, he's going through a lot right now.
And
a lot of
but
really
he
scary
was
health issues.
He was there. He had the car started by the time that provider had pulled up. Provider is a Virgo, and his car was pristine.
Of course it was.
And it's hilarious because
Virgos.
Omega, he's a Scorpio with a Leo rising.
Oh,
But he also
Virgos.
was a biker.
Yeah. He's not.
And so it's such an interesting dynamic. We know so many people, such a variety of people, and grateful for each and every one of them.
Yeah.
But that was just one day.
That was one day. The
One
battery
day.
was fucking corroded.
Well,
Like that-
battery posts, they do that. And so you have to have a wire brush and you do this stuff. And see,
He got
I
a
know
bottle
these.
of Coke and then what else? He scrubbed it off with a bottle of Coke.
Yeah, because Coke has, acids in it towards corrosive.
Should we be drinking that?
Well, that's why the syrup itself, they have to haul that in some kind of hazmat trucks. For real.
That should tell us something.
Yeah.
And I just bought a whole
Well,
load of Cokes.
lemon juice, he could have done the same thing with lemon juice because it is also an acid. Just because something has the word acid does not mean that it's, massively corrosive. Now, in concentration, yes, it can be.
Mama, Coca-Cola is used to clean toilets too.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't see people doing that with lemon juice.
You probably could, but vinegar and baking soda. Oh, that's something else you need to pick up today is more baking soda.
Yeah.
trying to make sure.
I'll try to get the mega boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, get a
And in
couple of those.
abundance.
Yeah, we use a lot of baking soda here. That and borax. We need some more borax.
It works really well in laundry.
Yeah, I told you. Old ways on stuff like that are some of the best ones. So
Borax, baking soda, they work really well in laundry.
and the white vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots
And
of
that
stuff.
Zote soap.
You like this oat soap?
I really do. I need an actual shredder specifically designated for that.
You're
Zote
not
soap.
just rubbing it on the stains before. Dawn dishwashing liquid, as far as any kind of grease stains.
I didn't even know you could just rub it on the clothing.
Oh yeah,
So that's a bonus. That's just a bonus. That's
we
a
used
plus.
to do that with lye soap.
Lye soap will eat your hands up.
Yes, but it was really good for laundry.
Over time, it'll eat your clothes up.
Yeah, yeah. So will bleach.
That's
There's a
why
lot
you
of
don't
things.
use that shit that often.
Right.
You can't, but you can use Zote soap every day
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah. So that's why it's like, where's Orlando been? Why is it so sporadic? Because life is sporadic right now.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, ain't going to get much better for a while.
Shit.
It's going to get more interesting is what I have been heard.
Loves it.
What I have been hearing.
Whose
So
birthdays are it?
I think that I'm
What
going
I've
to get Kid
been
to get
heard.
me some extra packs of smokes while he's out today.
Yeah.
He has to
Listen,
go
that-
into work. We're recording this, and so I will release it at the normal time. It will be,
And try
it will
and-
have been uploaded at the normal time on Saturday.
Yeah. Those withdrawals were not fun.
No.
That shit sucked. It literally all
There has
I was
to
doing
be
good to get out of bed.
for the people.
And to be able to tell that to the HR lady. And for her to be like, yeah, I've been through that too.
But she
And,
understood.
and for her to have that mutual understanding, because she was like, she felt like she was dying.
Yeah. Be sure to turn in your medical
Yes,
thing
I will
to
put-
them. And that was, and it was weird because when I went into studying as far as psychology, my area of concentration was going to be alcohol and drug rehab. And my God, I never once dreamed that I would be doing that as far as family.
And you wonder why I'm not good at taking medications.
No,
It's
I
because
understand
I'm
it.
scared shitless of them.
Rightfully so. That's why you don't abuse the stuff.
And that's why I was very hesitant to get on Adderall.
Right. But you couldn't function without it.
It's the only fucking ADHD medication I've found that works.
Yeah.
For me.
But the thing is, when you are trying to get off of some kind of medication, you always check with your provider. But most of the pharmacists will tell you that to taper down. And then I had to do that with that one type of, when I was on Lamictal.
Well, the thing is, I'm not on that high of a dosage.
No, you're not.
And I only take it once a day. But where it is a prolonged release or something like that,
Yeah.
it builds up in your system. And so the only way to really do that would be to taper down, even at a 10 mg level.
Well, what you do, you would taper down to like a 5 or something.
That's all.
And then you would take it like every other day and then every 2 days and stuff like that. That's how you taper off.
Okay. Well, see, that makes more sense than to just, do the bump down to 5 milligrams and then just
And then
quit
just
it.
nothing. No, you don't do that. But it's like I saw so many people at the jail suffer, but I also had empathy for them because I understood what was going on. And a lot of the other officers, they didn't give a shit. And these people are not properly trained to deal with the people of the population that's locked up right now. They're really not. And it's like, I would ask people, and there is such shame with people that have addictions because they obviously had some kind of circumstance that they couldn't deal with, and that's why they started with drugs. And then the drugs took over and became the main circumstance.
Yeah.
And it's like you've got the shame of what you did while you were high and stuff like that. Then you've got the shame of being an addict. And then you've got the original shame of whatever circumstance happened to you that you turned to drugs. It's a cluster.
Yeah.
And it's not something you can just fix magically. I wish there was a way, but there's not. And it's, but there's got to be some other way to help addicts other than just locking them up. But currently, there isn't.
No, there is no way right now.
So,
because the system is corrupt from within.
Pray
From
about
within
that
out.
also. Pray about that because there's so many people that are hurting. They're not all of them are bad people. And what they do while they're on drugs, that's not the person. That's the drug. It's a form of possession. I'm convinced it is a form of demonic possession. We've seen it. We've dealt with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's horrible. It is just horrible. So, prayer, more prayer, constant prayer. Yeah. Tis the time to be praying. Do you want to tell the people
Pray
before
for
we go?
safety on all levels.
Yeah. And discernment.
Yes.
And it's like, just observe, make judgment later. What you see may not, what you're shown may not be the reality. And in this age of AI, where anything can be faked, my God.
Yeah.
Anyhow, do you want to tell them where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at RolandaCOCWS. Thank you all for joining us, and have a good.
Yeah. Know that you are loved. Even if we can't have a video, you're still loved. Most days you can find me over on X. If you're wondering if I don't post on over on YouTube, put a community note or something. BitChute, Rumble, get y'all's shit together and have community notes to where we can let people know what's going on.
At this point, yeah. At this point, put the community notes.
It's
Rumble.
not hard. It shouldn't be that hard. So
At this point, I've been delegated to the sidelines of social media other than our channel.
Yeah, and that's okay. He's working on it one step at a time.
I have basically not been using social media other than to watch YouTube.
That's okay. That's okay. And a lot of times that's just, random videos. Yeah. It's a tool for me. It is research. I always research.
Spotify, YouTube Music, and YouTube.
Yeah.
And Amazon.
Yeah.
Shopping apps don't count.
No, they don't.
They're not social media.
No, it's not. Anyhow, know that you are loved. Treat other people like you would like to be treated. Let us pray one for another. Mm-hmm. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep.
Bye.